Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm closing in on the end of this hardwood flooring installation project here in the hallway. Just got a few more boards to install, and I thought you might be interested in seeing how I tackle this transition from hardwood to tile flooring here in this bathroom. So I'm going to install a transition strip. And I also have a transition that I have to make here in this doorway that leads into a bedroom. So come along and watch me install these last few boards and see how I handle this transition. Okay, now that I've got you in for a closer view so you can see what I'm doing here. So if you can see here, I've left about a 1/2 inch here where the transition strip will go. And it's also giving me space here because wood does expand and contract based on the humidity and the temperature of the air. So I've left a room for that, and the transition strip will bridge the hardwood to the old transition strip where the tile meets. And I'm also leaving an expansion gap over here against the wall. So I've got the board up against the sheetrock, but the sheetrock is a 1/2 inch thick. So there is a 1/2 inch gap below where the sheetrock is and where that 2x4 base plate is. So we've left room for the board to expand and contract. Now what I have to do is take a scrap piece of wood here and go ahead and kind of get a measurement for how long this board is going to be. So go ahead and get that right there. And I'll use my square to square this up a little bit. This is just kind of an eyeball at this point. I'm just lining it up. I want to make sure that it lines up here with the molding here of the door jamb. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Go ahead and line that up as well. Because I'm going to have to cut a little bit of a notch on this end and this end so it will slide up under in order for me to get this in. So now to determine how far I have to cut this board, let me see here. All right. Okay, I'm going to make a mark right there. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, and now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this, it's almost pounded in actually. Go ahead and get this in so it's a tight, snug fit here. And now I'm going to mark right there. Okay. I'll go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Okay, and now let me see what the measurement is here. Okay, looks to be about an inch and 5/16. Inch and a quarter. We'll go with an inch and a quarter. Okay. So now I'm going to transfer that onto our marks here. I was going to double check, make sure we've got this lined up just right. So I'm going to be making a cut here at the end. And then the 1.5 inch cut is going to start right there and start right here. Okay. All right, let me go make these cuts. Well, guys, even amateurs make mistakes. Had a little cutout right here, and then I overcut on this end, and it wouldn't fit in one piece. So I went back to the drawing board and decided the only way that I could do this is to fit this in with 2 pieces. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this in here. I'll go ahead and slide this in as far as I can. And then we'll slide this piece in. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this in place, this piece right here. Get it lined up with where I want it. I need to move it just a little bit this way. Now, I can slide this piece over. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, now let's pound this back in place. All right, looks like we got a good fit here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put the nails in. Just have one piece there, but I'm going to go ahead and put this transition strip right here. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this in. May have to do a little fine tuning here. Okay, let me do a little fine tuning. Okay, so what I did is I cut a little bit of a notch right there, so this will slide in. So we'll go ahead and put this into place and see if we can't get it in. Might have to give it a little love tap. Okay, that seems to be in place. There we go. Now I can just nail it in place here with a few brad nails. And see, we've got a little bit of a play there. That's so that we can allow the hardwood flooring to expand and contract. All right, let me get my brad nail gun. All right, I've got my brad nail gun here with 2-inch 18 gauge nails. We're just gonna put a few brads in here. These are 18 gauge 2-inch brad nails. There we go. And that's how we deal with this transition.